Good day everyone, my name is Aprilyn Dionisio from BFED 4E. So I'm going to discuss and summarize the important lesson in Unit 1. So as we all know, we tackled the differences between moral standard and non-moral standard, what is morality, ethics, moral dilemmas, and freedom as a foundations for moral acts and moral agent. So first, let's talk about the moral and non-moral standard. So, to know the differences, we need to distinguish the moral standard from non-moral standard. So, dito, mahalaga na malaman natin na para i-identify natin yung pagkakaiba ng moral standard sa non-moral standard is malaman natin na yung different societies have their different beliefs. So, for example, sa ibang bansa or western part, virginity is not a big deal for them. Pero pagdating sa mga religious countries, for example, sa Philippines na lang. So, dito, big deal pa rin yung virginity ng isang tao. Lalo na kapag religious-centered ka. So, kaya nga sinasabi nila na the best gift for your partner is your virginity. So, since different culture, yung iba masa na hindi big deal sa kanila virginity, iba yung tingin nila sa beliefs na pinaniniwalaan natin. Vice versa. Ganon din, iba yung tingin din natin sa beliefs na pinaniniwalaan nila. So, dito mo makikita na some values do have moral implications while others don't. Ibig sabihin, since different culture, they have different moral standard. At isa pa, sa moral standard, ito yung pinagsamang norms and values. So, when we say norms, it's talk about the actions and behavior ng isang tao. For example, as a student, ang obligation mo is makapagtapos ng pag-aaral. So, yun yung norms mo or obligations mo as a student. While values, it's talk about what is good and desirable or not. So, for example, pagtulong sa may hirap is a good example of values. So now, let's talk about the non-moral standards. So, it refers to the standard in which we judge what is good or bad and right or wrong in a non-moral way. Sa madaling sabi, mas deep yung pinanguhutan ng moral standard kaysa sa non-moral standard. So, next topic is about what is morality. So, in addition to the concept of right and wrong behavior or the rightness or wrongness of human actions, morality also refers to the set of rules that allow people to live peacefully in communities. It is what society deems to be morally and socially acceptable. In order to uphold moral principles, people occasionally have to put society ahead of their own immediate interests, and furthermore, morality is the applications of ethics. So next is what is ethics. So ethics from the Greek word ethos, which means custom or character, it studies the rightness and wrongness of human actions. And also ethics is the science of moral. So next topic is about freedom as a foundation for moral acts. So dito, people face different moral dilemmas and issues in our daily lives. So for example, when you are listening to news, you hear about unending debates about certain topics like abortion, freedom of expressions, and war. So, since meron pinagdedebatehan na issue, mapapaisip ka or mapapatanong sa sarili mo kung sino yung tama and sino yung mali. So, if you are in this kind of situation or this kind of dilemmas, you might be one of the two things. It's either number one, you have the freedom to engage in the discussions about an issue, or number two, you are one of those people that you resort to a subjective and oftentimes biased understanding of an issue.